Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Dean. This is my game against AI GoBot, and this is my third game. We're facing an opponent called kata-noob, which is ranked 1Q on OGS, and we're playing as white. And let's start. So recently I've been thinking about what makes an AI bot strong or weak. Because the most famous AI bot that we know of, like AlphaGo, AlphaZero, or kata-go, which are just the same thing but different versions, they're all very strong. So this leads me to wonder, how is the case, when we already have these stronger bots, that there are these weaker bots out there? How, why are they weak, right? I'm guessing that they're using the same programs, same coding, same code. But like there's some tweaks. Maybe just like the numbers are turned off. So from what I know, which is not professional knowledge, Go AI bots, there are two main components to it. The first part is their calculation power. How deep can it calculate? I don't know how many moves it can consider, things like that. And then the second component is if the evaluation function, which basically means, it is used everywhere for AI bot. When it calculates every move, it uses the evaluation function to see, okay, if this move leads to a good position, by good they calculate the score. So I don't know. So I'm just thinking, yeah, maybe the weaker bots are just these numbers turned off, turned down, you know, calculate like 1/10 of the stronger AIs, or maybe their evaluation function is just bad. That's one hypothesis I have. So currently looking at the bottom left corner, we see a life and death. And so we can play this, right? Okay. All right. So this move force black to play. Okay, here. See, these two groups are still kind of in fight. White will want to go out from here. This seems like a good shape. Now, what makes a shape good or bad? Well, a good shape serves, one among many functions, purposes. It either connects groups in a solid way, or it provides eye space, or it poses threat to your opponent. So by contrast, a bad shape is a shape that doesn't accomplish any of these. So I'll be pointing out the good shapes and bad shapes throughout the game. Now let's look at Black's group. Does it have weaknesses? We can think for a moment. Can we play this and then cut? Maybe. Maybe. Let's do this. Let's cut and see what happens. So black plays the right move, right? It cannot attack it here. Alright. Ooh. I think I saw something. Okay. Black now has a bad shape. Let me explain why it's bad. After black takes, suppose black takes, white entirely black connects, white play this, and then it can kill it by a ladder. So why is black bad? Black is bad. Black's shape is bad because it lacks I spot, and it lacks liberty. A good shape will. Okay, so this move is a tricky move. And why, do you ask? Well, it is serve as the purpose of like connecting with the ladder if I'm not careful enough. See, the ladder connects to the stone. So you have to make sure this ladder is mine. Alright. At this point, we may ask, you know, are we giving black too much territories? And the answer is perhaps. Now at this point, it's good to sort of evaluate. I think the good thing for white is that white doesn't have any weak groups, though black has one, which is the one that I'm attacking right now. I'm kind of like taking a step off from this part of the board, and I hate black's response. It's too slow, and it leads black into a very dangerous position. You see, this jump seemingly connects two groups, but it doesn't accomplish that goal. A bad shape because I can cut it off like this. Cut it off. Okay. Wow. I don't know what's going on. Let's take away black's I spot. Okay. Now we see white takes in the left of the board, which is pretty huge, I think. Let's play something here. Atali, connect. Okay. I play this, making sure this group is mine. If black takes, I take back. Okay. So. Okay, so many things. Right. It's kind of tricky spot, actually. White wants some territory, to be honest. And by playing this, I'm hoping black play here. No, it doesn't. Alright. Do you want to go for a fight? Or do you want to go peacefully and giving black all these territories? Can we have any trade-off? You know, fight is dangerous. White has 1, 2 groups. This doesn't have any eye spot, which just seems bad to me. So don't go in for a fight you're not prepared for, right? Let's connect. And well done for black, taking away white's territory with Sente. Whew, that's so bad. That's very bad. I don't want black to get all these connected. Okay, making use of black's weaknesses. Making use of all these weaknesses. There will be a life and death, but look, this group is actually fighting this group, not this group, because this will kill the weakest group first. So, no need to worry about, this white fighting this black group. What is going on? Let's see what's going on. I have no idea. Yep. This bug got me into serious mode. And I'm not sure if I play this right. Let's see. This is double tally, which leads to a call. Pretty good. Pretty good. Huh. I think black miscalculates. You see, black's liberty is all taken out, so black should resign.
You have won.
As I predicted. Anyway, so here's the rather brief game of today, and okay. What is like the turning point of this game? Yeah. Okay. There's not too much difference between the AI suggest moves and mine. How about we go back and look again? And today I mainly focused about shapes. So let's look about shapes. Okay. Okay, black cuts white off. First of all, this is not standard play. It's too dangerous. But I really like the spirit of fighting. I mean, that's a good thing. taking the corner. Very aggressive, very aggressive. And this is not recommended, this cut. Simply because it's almost like giving up the corner, you know, which is always huge at beginning stage of the game. So black gives up the corner and plays some moves here, which I think is kind of slow. Okay, now moves up there, play these few moves, and as you can see, this move is too fast, leaving a weakness behind, which can be called a bad shape. White cuts, and apparently this doesn't work. White can just cut blacks up, right? Just go back a few moves. Well, this technique does not work as well. Too many cuts and too little liberties. Right? This is very bad for black. And therefore, in the game, black plays this. I extend, leaving behind the here is a very weak spot. So this is the wrong reply from black. The right reply is this. Use the Y movement. You know, something like this. Not playing h16 is detrimental for black, as in the game, this is the weak spot. Liberty is gone because it's all clustered, black's pieces. And this is the ladder. You might recall the ladder goes on, right? Goes on to the side and then the whole group stacks. Alright, so doesn't work. So there's that. And I think I did a good job here to Tanuki. Maybe should have done it earlier. Right here I said, okay, you know, it's those moments in games that you stop for a moment and think about, alright, is there a bigger place, right? Is there a more crucial place I should go to? You look at the whole board and you will see, as in the game, this black group, is not alive. It doesn't have two, it does not have two clear-cut eyes. So this gives you the signal that you can attack it and possibly gain some benefits. In the game, black misplays, and I cut it off, and that's quite unfortunate for black. Okay, right here I think white misplays a little bit. These 7 okay, now these 7 stones are floating on the outside. It doesn't have any base at the corner or the side, which is pretty bad, to be honest. Something like this may seem more solid, although the situation still looks pretty bad. That's the trade-off for white if white wants to take the influence. There's always the trade-offs that you have to decide for. And maybe you're a more territorial player like this computer AI is. And I suppose in the future games I might take more territorial style just to demonstrate how that might be played out against AIs, which may not be typical games, but I hope it is fun to watch. I'll see you next time with a new video on combating computer AIs. Thank you and take care.